Welcome to your daily focus for July the 2nd, 2018. My name is Tilly, and this is Tara with Tilly, and thank you. Thank you truly for all of the positive, loving, supportive energy you send my way each and every day. And we'll turn to the cards before they decide which cards are going to be picked for us and see what the energy is that surrounds us and how to use it in a positive light in order to go forward on our path. Three of Wands. Three of Wands appears. Did we not have that in our weekend? Maybe it was something else. You know, we've got a lot of planets in retrograde. We could be looking at our past and saying, oh, it was so good then. It was so perfect then. I was so successful then. I was so wanted then. I was so loved then. I was so secure then. But where is our attention? Our attention needs to be on the one that we are holding, the path forward. Now, whenever there is a large body of water in a tarot card, it means that our spirituality is a big part of the day, a big part of the energy. And I think in the afternoon, the sun does move in, or the sun stays in Cancer. The moon moves into Pisces. So a lot more attachment to our dream state, our intuition. Be careful, our intuition can sometimes get muddled up with emotion, so make sure that we are following our intuition and not our emotion. Do we feel anger, anxiety, fear? Is that why we're reacting in the way we do? Is that why we're exhibiting that behavior? Is that why we're saying those words? Or is it our intuition saying we need to do this for ourselves? And so there's a real gray area there. So think before you speak. Think before you act. But you know what? Why do women have more than one baby? Because our minds somehow minimizes and almost erases the bad, horrific, hard parts. And we remember the beautiful, harmonious, loving parts, like holding that baby for the very first time. And so many times when we look backwards, and all the planets, a lot of the planets, not all the planets, of course, but a good portion of the planets are in retrograde, which is forcing us to look backwards, retracing our steps, walking over some things. So we have to be a little bit, it's going to be hard to be realistic, though. With the moon in Pisces, it's a gray area between our emotion and our intuition and what is really guiding us. But it's a beautiful path that we can step into if we consciously mind our thought patterns, our affirmations, our hopes, our dreams that we say aloud. Or maybe we're saying negative things, and so we can catch them a little easier if we're being more conscious of our speech, of our thoughts. The Chariot. The Chariot is back, talking about bringing things into harmony. This is really, when we're in a full moon energy. And I think this week, we have probably towards the latter part of the week, though, is the 3/4 square. So it's really about pulling back. Oh, the planets are in retrograde. I think there's like 5 or 6 planets in retrograde right now. Mars is, Jupiter is, Pluto is, Saturn is. I think Chiron is as well. What am I missing there? So it's making us think about, well, when I did this, did it bring in the harmony I wanted? Did it bring in the success I wanted? Did it bring in the notoriety I wanted? Did it bring in the love I wanted, the compassion, the support? And if it did, then we know what to do next time around for sure. But if we didn't get the response that was desired at the time, we can analyze it now, because we're going to be walking through this energy again whenever planets are in retrograde. We have to come back over this again. So don't worry that you're maybe not moving forward as fast as you would like, or things aren't coming together as fast as you would like, because it's really a time of understanding how to truly bring in the harmony in our life, how to bring in that balance into our life, how to ignite the magic is what I hear in our life. Pull tight on those reins. And that's not going to be easy for us to tap into today, because it is in our struggle area, right? It is definitely in our struggle area. So we're not going to feel like pulling back the reins. We're going to feel like going forward. We're going to feel like, you know what? Maybe I'll just jump off that cliff and swim to that boat right now. Don't do that. And the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands says, well, you all know what show I like. Okay, there's my phone. Sorry. My son went on a work vacation, so to speak. And so I think this is like the fifth time today he's phoning me. He's such a wonderful kid, I tell you. But Two of Wands. I better hurry up with this reading and get right back to him, because he's like, I don't know, like 18, 24 hours away. They've been driving all day or something. Two of Wands. You hold the world in your hand. Both of those wands are cemented into the ground. It says anything is possible. Stop limiting yourself. And remember, when the moon moves out of Pisces, it moves into Aries, and that kind of gives us that pioneering kind of energy. So we can move definitely forward in this kind of energy, and energy is what's going to be around us. So I would have to say, once again, reflection, meditation, prayer, having those conversations seemingly with yourself, going out in nature and getting grounded today. Think of making the impossible possible. Think about stepping into that tomorrow that you want to show up in your life. And by growing that dream, by growing that vision, you'll see what is limiting you. And when you get to the Aries moon, you're going to definitely not like any kind of suppression or limitation. It's going to stand out like a sore thumb. So don't worry so much about seeing what's holding you back, but rather use this energy to move your thoughts forward in the direction that you want. Let's get an affirmation card. So when I'm not with my mom, he's with my mom, and I think he feels very guilty. My son is who I'm talking about not being here right now. Well, we had a whole bunch of cards flip, but we had the Six of Water pop out. So we're going to pay attention to the Six of Water, because the Six of Water wants to be read and wants you to know about this energy today. So we're going to turn to the Six of Water, and it says nostalgia, sweet memories, old flames, yearning for the security of good old days. If I'm being triggered to remember the past, I can enjoy the warm memories, but recognize that they are ephemeral. Emotion can color my recall and distort my understanding of what is happening today. I acknowledge and heal old wounds. I can experience security today, enveloped in the arms of divine love. There is no need to return to the illusion of the golden era of yore, because I can begin co-creating a better reality right now. Authentic healing and joyfulness will be mine if I stop rekindling the emotions of the past. I love how it all goes together. So remember, you're being triggered to remember the past and to enjoy those warm memories, yes, but know that your emotions can color my recall. Your recall, and distort your understanding. It's a good time to heal old wounds. And we'll get an animal card. So Mama's taking up my time today. Hopefully tomorrow I can sit here all day and do videos for you guys. That's my happy place. And we have Wisdom of the Owl shows up. The Wisdom of the Owl. Second sight, magic, secrets, truth, and wisdom. A wise old owl lived in an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why can't we all be like that wise old bird? If owl has arrived in your reading, it symbolizes the wisdom that you have, which spans your earthly years. Those who come in contact with you may be drawn to you for sage advice. Your second sight, your keen ability to keep secrets. You can sense the truth and untruth in people and in situations, though you don't always follow through on your gut instincts. Owl tells you that you are interpreting the signs correctly and to believe your psychic abilities, which are a gift. They're not a curse, despite whatever you've heard. It all goes together. Owl can also mean that there is someone keeping a secret from you or being unfaithful or untruthful. This is not you being overly sensitive. Follow through on your feelings that you have with your second sight. And if you don't, you may indeed regret it later on. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.